Go.
Oh. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I am Abigail, the ultimate guru, and with me, as always, is my co host, the world's only comedian, Bryden Proctor.
I think you should be called the ultimate poo poo.
The ultimate poo
Yeah,
poo.
because you're,
I,
because you're poop.
have you been talking to my children? Because
That's awesome.
one of I got called poo poo earlier today. It's like, hey mom, guess what? You're poo poo. And everyone, all the kids go, ah! Like it's the funniest thing they've ever heard. Thanks. Thanks,
Well,
kids.
hopefully that everybody listening also went,
Yeah.
the ultimate poo poo.
So I was on Twitter today. We'll start with this. Okay. Oh wait, I missed a part. And you don't have to worry about a thing because we are here to help. Did I say that? I'm
Yep.
out of it today. I'm starving myself to death. And so my brain is not all there.
Well, what else is new? Am I right?
True. Okay, so I was on Twitter and I don't who is Mitski? Do you know who Mitski is? A musician? I'm
Let's see.
assuming it's a newer person. I don't know who that is. I've never heard of it. But some like Stan account called like Mitski Data saw a picture of Gerard Way because they were performing the entirety of the Black
Oh,
Parade.
wait. Isn't this the I've never heard this bitch's music, but I did see this video. So, somebody at one of this lady's concerts yelled out, "Mother is mothering,"
Oh.
and it made everybody really mad. I don't really know what that means, but everybody was pissed.
I think
Uh,
it's just like TikTok speak for teenagers.
yeah, I don't know, but the name sounded familiar, but I
Yeah.
just googled it. That's who that is. It's just some lady. I don't know what her music is.
Yeah, so someone who's running some Stan account or whatever is going on there, some fan of that person, saw a picture of Gerard, who's like 50 or something now. He's like 46, I think.
Sure.
And but he looks great and he lost a lot of weight to do these tours that he's been doing. And anyway, so she's like, "Oh, he looks like a discount Mitski or something." And
Whoa.
all the scene, millennials came down on them. Was like they're like, "You don't even know who Gerard Way is." This Zoomer had never heard of My Chemical Romance. So then they start. I don't know if it's a I'm assuming it's a girl. So she starts like live tweeting, listening to the albums like all the way through, and at first I was like, okay, this is an interesting like social thing, and like let's see what they think. But then every freaking tweet in the thread was like, "Oh, what a queen! He's so gay. This is great." And like
Oh,
really
that's not
positive because
true.
of how gay it is. And she's like, "I want okay. The next song is called this. I wonder if that's gay too." Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. I'm like, okay, is this what gay? Like, you can make anything gay. I could definitely twist this to be. And I'm just sitting there like, look, I know it's gay, but like, can
Not.
you stop calling me out like this? Why are you doing this to me? Like, it is gay. I get that it's gay,
It's not
but
that. It's not that kind of
that's
gay.
not why it's good.
It's not.
Like,
It's not that kind of gay though.
no, it was when it was still like actually edgy to be talking about like, oh, he talks about being a drag in one of the songs or something,
Okay.
and it's like
Okay.
that
Yeah. Okay.
was
Stop this because I was gonna say fine. My Chemical Romance. They're pretty decent. Like that
he's
first
very
album.
gay.
Okay. Fine. I only knew about like the first two albums. I didn't know that
Yeah,
actually
well,
they went on to totally fucking suck that hard.
he was always gay.
Yeah, not exactly. Everybody back then, like you look at him, it was like that's a lot of guy liner going on, and we all had the guy liner and the girl jeans and
He's not.
the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
Chelsea
He
cut.
was leaning into it in a way that at the time was still a little edgy. He's not actually gay. He's married to a woman and has a kid. Like,
So then, when did he start? Because when did he start being a drag queen? Listen, I hate all of
I mean, he
this.
just said it a couple times in the like he used to
Oh
back when
God,
the band was popular. He was doing it to be transgressive.
100 years ago. Now he's just trans. That
Yeah.
stinks.
Well,
That stinks. Because now it's like, you know, a lot of these kids think that Kurt Cobain, who totally sucked, by the way,
Oh
and
yeah,
if I was Kurt Cobain, I would have shot myself too, you know. But
completely overrated.
Nirvana stinks. They're just not very good. Foo Fighters way better. All right, so anyway, they stink. There are kids now saying that Kurt Cobain was a fucking tranny.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't think that Kurt Cobain was a tranny. I think he was just
I
a
don't think so
junkie.
either.
Golly, everything. I don't know why is that. I hate these kids. I just don't like them. I
Yeah,
just don't like these fucking
everything is
kids.
gay.
I mean, everything is fucking gay, but not gay like that.
Exactly.
It's gay in
Yeah.
the fact that it sucks, not gay in the fact that it sucks dick.
Well, I guess that could also be interpreted a certain way. I don't know. I don't know. So I something else I found out on Twitter. This is our Twitter segment today, okay? When you lose a sock in the wash, right? It's inside the machine. You're supposed to take the freaking machine apart every now and then and get the socks out. The socks get sucked inside the machine back there.
I don't know how true that is.
But there's people saying it, that they had a repairman. This person tweeted that there was a repairman that came out and opened it up, and there was like socks all in the bottom underneath the thing. And he was like, yeah, that's a thing that happens. And people are commenting like, yeah, that's a thing. You have to get the socks out. That's insane.
I don't
Why
think
did
that
I
is
never
true.
hear that that's where they're going? That's where they're going.
You're losing them on the way to the washing machine. I
No,
don't think that that's what
I'm
I think.
not. I'm not losing them on the way to the washing machine. I thought fairies were stealing them, but the washing machine is stealing them.
I don't think that that's fucking true. Um,
Do you think I'm being lied to again?
Maybe there's a rubber gasket in which that can happen. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's not impossible. I just don't think that it's something so fucking common that like we've all got piles of socks under our
Apparently, it
washers.
happens often enough. If there's something wrong with the washer, maybe that's it. I found a bunch behind my washing machine once because I guess I had just been like haphazardly tossing things in there, and
That
every now and then a sock would slide back. And like 2 years later, there's 10 socks back there.
that makes a lot more sense. That happens a ton.
Yeah, I felt real dumb about that. It's like, man, all I had to do was pay more attention to what I'm doing.
I don't think that there's like a major problem with socks getting fucking eaten up by the washing machines.
I'll let you know if I figure out how to take the damn thing apart.
Oh, I would never do that.
I'll get in trouble if I do it, I'm sure.
You could probably take it apart, but put it back together.
Yeah, no, I'm sure my husband would be like, oh, damn it, now I have to. Like one time the dryer was messed up and it was straight. I thought it was the knob and I broke the knob off. He had to fix that.
Well,
He had to get a new knob.
for our British listeners, not that.
No, this is fine. It's fine. Okay. Sorry. I didn't mean to bump the mic. Okay, no Dear Abby's this week, but we do have a Reddit advice
And whose
segment.
fault is that?
It's not my fault.
Did you? Oh, it's never your fault.
It's the listener's fault.
Did you tweet it at all?
I did.
And you got no replies.
It's pinned on my profile.
No
Go look if you
engagement.
don't believe me. None.
Whose fault is
None.
that? Maybe people
mine.
should like you more.
No, it's your fault. You sabotage the show constantly. And now
Yeah.
you've sabotaged my Twitter account
Yeah.
because now it's just me hunting you down and accusing everyone of being you and confusing them.
Yeah.
These poor women are like, what? Because they're just like,
fuck?
Bryden, I know it's you.
You're a 37-year-old fat guy who listens to techno music.
See, that's what my first strategy was going to be. And then I got talked down from that a little bit. I was gonna just be like, this woman is posing as a 30, like this woman is not a real woman. This is a 37-year-old 5'3" man who with a pot belly who wears Hawaiian shirts. But the women in one of my group chats told me that maybe I shouldn't harass women in that
No.
way. That maybe that would actually be bad for making friends.
Yeah, yeah. I don't see why you should just harass strangers.
But it would be funny.
Oh, 100%. It would be funny, but not for those women who were like, maybe I'll get on the internet and make some friends. I mean, it's been a while. I did just have my first baby, and I am a little lonely. You're an old man on the internet. Okay, I'm quitting the
Yeah.
website. I'm quitting the website.
Well, and the other problem is like people would just believe me. Like they wouldn't get like okay, so anyone who doesn't know me very well would not get that it's a joke at all. They would be like, "Oh my god, this is proof. This is 100% confirmed," And then people that have been around for a long time would know that I found out a few of them back in the day on my own and made call out posts and publish, so they would think it's real because that's a thing I used to do was find these men pretending to be trad women.
Let's you know what? I'm on board with this now. Let's find women with postpartum depression and accuse them of being men, and let's just see where it goes.
Yeah. One girl was just talking about drinking water, and it's like that's a thing that you talk about to me a lot. So she was like, "Damn it, I have to drink, all this water, and then wake up tomorrow and drink it all again."
Yeah.
And that's all she did. That's all she did to get the accusation. I don't think she likes me very much anymore.
Probably not. Yeah, she probably thinks you're fucking insane.
It's not wrong, just not like that kind. You know what I mean?
Golly, can you just going about your day? You're like, oh wow, water. I got to make a funny little water post, and then you're somebody you've never heard of. I know it.
And I've been accusing you of stalking me. I've been posting things like I had one tweet about like there's a man stalking me and nobody cares. So it's like I'm accusing her of being a stalker specifically.
Yeah, you're doing real good. You're gonna sound totally cool and sane, and you're helping the show. You're doing great.
You did this. You did this to me.
I didn't make you fucking be all pointing fingers at people.
Yes, you did. That's literally part of the game. You said that's how I win. Is if I find it and publicly tweet it on Twitter.
There's gotta be some rules about the number of times. Because you can't just shotgun approach at just every woman that you see on the internet that you don't know.
It's only been like 5 and Roscoe. I did accuse John. She said no, it's not.
John would have been a good one to be for years, just leading up to it.
Yeah. Well, because you literally told me that you had borrowed her account. And then you said, I might be lying, I might be not. But sometimes I'm using that account. So sometimes it's her. That's literally, you told me what explains that away. You gave me the explanation for that.
Oh, I wish I could.
You're a terrorist. And you've turned me into a terrorist.
It's been a fun game all along. I'm actually Blair White.
I knew it. I think Blair White's like way taller than you.
Yeah, better tits too.
Yeah, way better. You either have to have none.
I got none.
As a man, Bryden, you don't have none. That's the problem.
No, I do have none.
I'm just kidding.
I have no.
No.
That's a problem for me. Is that I don't have any, like pectoral. It's just that
Just pot belly, like a goblin.
rib cage and gut. Yeah, it's kind of it's a real pain in the ass. Well, like even when I didn't have a belly, there's still like rib cage, a little more than like Jewish guys actually.
Yeah, like Jewish guy. Well, I have I have weird stuff with my rib cage too because I had like a really traumatic birth, when I was born. Like I cracked ribs and fractured a pelvis, and there was apparently like blood splattered on the walls from what I've told. I don't know.
You just
But
came out
that's
yelling, "Please, no, don't make this be my parents." No.
like I really did a number on my poor mom. But I think that maybe I got like stuck and squished in there in the process because my ribs are weird. Like they're uneven. Like one side juts out like a full inch more than the other, but they both jut out a little at the bottom. So it's
Huh.
like my ribs are like an anorexic person's ribs, and I'm not like my BMI is like 20.7. That's not underweight. But you could see my ribs because of it. Anyway, so if anyone else wanted
Welcome to
to
the
try and picture what I look like, a grotesque monster.
Hey guys, welcome to the Disformed Monster Podcast.
And nobody can tell but me, but because it's my body and I see it, it's like extreme in my eyes. You know what I mean? But like I asked my husband about it one time. He's like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Okay, what about the asymmetry on my face? Like there's a slight bit on my upper lip here." And he's like, "No, there's not. What do you do?" So maybe I'm just crazy.
Yeah, it's called body
You
dysmorphia, and
see it?
trannies usually have it.
Do you see it though? You could see that,
Well,
right?
look straight at me. Yes.
See, you see it.
Yeah, but it's also
It exists. I'm
yes,
not
it does.
insane.
I also think maybe you just smeared your fucking makeup, but whatever.
No, there's no lipstick. I don't have any lip color on.
All right, well, then you might be
Okay.
getting sick because I don't think they're supposed to be blue.
It's because I haven't eaten in days. I just want to lose 5 pounds, okay? If it kills me, it kills me.
Well, I don't know. Not that many people are gonna miss the show.
Nope.
So
No, that nobody will notice.
I'll
And
just.
you're getting my Twitter account when I die, so they.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna say the N word so fast. I'm just going
Yeah.
through all those lady chats, wiener picture with
Go.
the N word on top of it, and just that's going out there.
Okay, don't do that. Okay, now I can't give it to you. So what I was gonna do is have a dead man switch at some point, where like my Twitter login info goes to 3 people when I die, okay? It's you, it's Tappy, and it's Zigzag. You can share it together.
Oh no, I'm changing the password so fucking quickly. I control that
sure.
right now. You can't let those two guys be around women. They're strange. I'm just gonna send a
They're
pictures of
straight.
I'm just gonna send a pictures of my wiener with the N word written on it. All right.
That is way more normal than anything they would do with it, to
Exactly.
be fair. That is extremely normal in comparison.
Mine is non-threatening fun.
That's not true. That's not fun or non-threatening.
Like, you ever seen that Death Grips album cover? It'll just look like that, except it's the N word.
No.
There's a Death Grips album cover, which is
That's
just a cock. Yeah, I forget the name of it. I think it's their second album. I can't remember. It's not the Money Store. I can't remember. I haven't listened to
How
Death
do
Grips
you
in a
get
long time.
away with that?
It's the internet. They just put it on the. It's blurred on like Spotify and stuff, but
Okay, I see. I just like I would imagine that
How
like
did
bots
Nirvana
would
get away with-
detect
How
the
did Nir-
content. You know what I mean?
how did Nirvana get away with child pornography as their album cover?
That's a good question. That's a good point you're making.
People have
They
been
were
making that.
pedophiles.
People have been making that point for years. Point into maybe Kurt Cobain was.
He was definitely a pedophile. I'm saying that right now. That's why Courtney had to do it. She had to protect the little children of the world.
What was her band? Garbage. They fucking suck.
I don't know.
She was in a
All I
band.
know about her is that she might have killed Kurt Cobain. That's literally the only time I've ever heard the name in my life.
Oh yeah, she definitely did. But she was also in a '90s band, and they weren't very good. I don't know. A lot of that shit was fucking bad. There's like not a ton of great '90s bands.
I just don't like the grunge. I think I just don't like grunge. It was fine. Like I could sing some of the songs and I would enjoy some of the stuff like Alice in Chains and Nirvana and stuff
Bad,
like that. Because of nostalgia, because it was just on the radio in the car growing up. But like I don't enjoy the music in any way. It's not good. I don't like it.
Yeah, I think all that shit's fucking terrible. All those rock bands pretty much fucking sucked.
I don't like Nickelback, and not in the way where it's like, oh, they're so, dumb and cringe because it's the popular thing to hate them. Like, it's just, I don't know. I
Well,
don't like the vocals, like that type of vocals.
see, I don't know. When you talk about like Nickelback and Creed, that's I could get into that just
Creed's
because
got some
it's
good songs, actually.
yeah.
Creed is the most tolerable of the bunch, I feel like.
I could get into fucking Nickelback just because when I was growing up, I was just told to hate them because Slipknot hated them, and then later in life I listened to them. I was like, okay, they're not as bad as people said. Like they're fine. I don't go out of my way. I can't
Yeah,
name any song besides the one that's look at this photograph. That's the only fucking thing that I know.
yeah.
And listen, that song is a barroom hit. Okay, you put that on in a bar, people love it.
Oh, yeah.
It's all about what people fucking like, dude. So it's
There's I was trying to think of the name of one of those bands that are in that era, in that genre, and I, for the life of me, cannot remember what the band was called. All I keep thinking is Himmler, and that's not what it would have been called. What am I thinking of? It starts with an H.
was it him?
They do. No, I know what. No, him is not in that genre. No.
They're not. Him's also a terrible band. That's the one bad thing about Bam Margera.
Yeah, my sister loved that band when she was like 13, and I never really listened to it on my own
They fucking
until
suck.
like very recently because my husband was going through it just out of curiosity. He was just like, "Well, what does this band sound like?" kind of thing, and he was playing it in the house. It's like, "Yeah, wow, this is really gay.
Yeah.
This is not like edgy in any single way," which is what I thought it would be based on like the name and the imagery, but no, it's just really boring gay stuff.
Yeah, it's Bam Margera made them famous. Really, is kind of really what it was. Um, but I don't know. Whatever. We got a fucking
Well,
story. I don't care about these fucking gay ass
I do.
bands.
Do. My friend, so this is a woman who's 25, her friend is 24, is dating my male friend who's also 25, even though I told her I'm not comfortable. Should I tell him to end things?
It really depends on why. What's so
There's
uncomfortable
no.
about it?
My friend Emily and I became friends because we live in the same apartment complex. Thomas and I both became friends since we were 19. Since we was 19.
Uh
I like corrected it for them.
oh.
Since
Uh
we was 19.
oh. Uh
Thomas had a crush on
oh.
me.
Hold on. What that is?
What that is. Okay, real quick. I was at the liquor store yesterday.
Liquor
Getting
store.
some
Liquor
the
store.
liquor store, and the cashier was just this like black girl, this is like 25-year-old black girl. Anyway, she seemed fine, but I made some joke about my husband. She goes, they always be acting up, don't they? Like, it just gave me this like really like freaking Raven Simone in a Disney Channel movie when she's a teenager, just this really cheesy like smile, like knowing look. We were commiserating, like we were having a moment. And I walked out of there and I just like during the moment, like I didn't think anything of it. Like this is a normal reaction. It's like, oh yeah, especially him, ha ha ha, and just like walk out. And then in the parking lot, it hit me. I was like, that was my like Disney Channel teen BFF moment. That was my Raven Simone, and I just lost her forever. Like,
Hey, Abby, don't worry. She'll probably be at that liquor store for the rest of her life.
like, can I just go in there? Like, surely there's a wacky adventure we're supposed to be going on right now, right?
Um,
Is that not?
no, probably weed and driving without insurance when you're hanging out with her.
That's an adventure.
That's kind
It
of
would be exciting.
you're not in high school. It's not Disney. This is more of the type of wacky adventures that you would end
Like,
up having. Is that?
I don't know, man. I've never seen that exact look outside of a Disney Channel original movie. Like that super overacting, cheesy, like thing that they do on Disney Channel. I don't know.
Right now, she's on her own podcast going. So what I've been doing is when I see a white girl and we start talking, I do this
Oh, no.
Raven Simone bullshit. They eat it up. I wish we could get
But
tipped over
God.
there.
That's so true.
Probably not.
Oh, wow. I was excited for a
I
second, you know,
nope.
because if we were both podcasters, like that, if we're supposed to be best friends,
Well, hey,
clearly.
here's one thing that you do have in common. I would guarantee you're both mothers.
Yeah. They always be acting up, don't they? It's just so cute. I don't know. Something about she was just being really cheesy about it. I don't know. Like she was in a good mood or something. I don't know.
Well, sometimes they do be corny like that.
They do be corny like that. She's like, that's just, you know how they say like liberals code switch really bad, but they tell she's code switching in the freaking. Do they do that too?
Just blacking it up for you. Like, let me shut
Well,
you.
I bet the other way she goes into Disney Channel mode, you know?
That's the only way she knows of white people is just, she's like, they like Disney.
So I saw Xenon once. This is what happens in Xenon. To be fair, the way I was dressed, she might have been mistaken. I don't know.
Good grief.
All right, Thomas had a crush on me, but he's not my type. For 2 years, he tried to get with me, but eventually he got the hint, and we just remained good friends.
Okay, I already know where this is going. This girl is a bitch, but sure, go on.
A month ago, I was hosting a kickback, and that's where they met. Thomas mentioned to me that he likes my friend and asked me to set him up. I said no. I told him if he likes her, to speak to her himself, and he
Okay.
did. Emily asked me about him when he tried to talk to her, and I said he's a good guy. Neither one asked if I was even okay with them dating each other.
Why would you?
Why would they?
That's not you. That's not the way that works.
It's not your ex. Like you realize that that's not your ex-boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
That's your friend who you have no interest in, right?
Supposedly,
None.
no. No, she wants to go around, get deep dicked all the time, and then have this guy on reserve. They're like that. Women are like that.
It's very disturbing. They've been on a couple date, and I told Emily after her second date, they've been on a couple date. This person, okay,
As
and I
opposed
told
to
Emily,
a what? Going solo dates? Am I right?
Yeah.
Come on. Hey.
After her second date that I don't feel comfortable with this. I asked her to end things, but she said no, and that's unfair to ask her because she really likes him. She says I should have something before, but really they should have asked me if I was okay with this. So she's just like skipping words in her sentences. She should have said something before, I'm guessing.
She's furious.
Yeah. I want to talk with Thomas about this before they get too serious without impacting our friendship. Do not.
Why did she
Do
not?
not.
Why did she
You
not?
didn't date him. And you're not gonna date him. It's gone. You have no say in this. You can't control either of them at all.
Did she go on to explain in the comments why she feels as if they need to ask her?
Not that I saw, no, not really.
Then nobody was like, "Hey, crazy bitch."
She's uncomfortable with it. No, people think she's a crazy bitch.
Okay,
like
good.
nobody thinks she's right. Come on. Like this is insane behavior. Like, this woman has BPD, maybe, I don't know.
It's
but, like,
not
this
even
is like a weird thing.
It's not even that because it's not that severe or that fucking serious in the slightest. This is she wanted to have that guy just around her finger still. That's all it is. And
I bet he's real sweet to her. I bet she's worried that his attention will be taken away.
probably. All that
It's
makes
really
sense.
sad.
I don't know.
What is he supposed to do? He pined after you for 2 years, and now he's not allowed to have a girlfriend?
No, of course not.
It seems like the best way to like deal with the friend zone guy situation would be to get him a girlfriend. That seems like that would be the thing you would want, the smart thing to do.
But that
Way you guys get to still be friends without him pining after you anymore. That solves your problem.
How many times do I have to say this? That's not the
I know.
point of her friend zoning him.
I know that. I know that's not the point. I'm just saying that a normal, healthy person might think of it in the way I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't think a 25-year-old fucking woman is going to be a normal, healthy person. Not many of them are.
That's fair. Nobody is anymore.
I don't think that they ever have been throughout all of time.
I hope that these two
I hope
are
they get married.
happy.
I hope they get
I
fucking
hope,
married.
yes,
And then
I hope
this,
they, that's what I was gonna say. I hope they get engaged, and then she throws a fit about it if she wants to, and then they just never talk to her again.
that's
And she's just that crazy bitch they laugh about sometimes in 20 years.
that's kind of like likely actually. Like that's it's either that or like she sabotages everything. They break up and none of those people are friends anymore because they're
Yeah.
25 and just live in the same apartment complex, which is just a long-term hotel, really. I mean, it's really not that, you know.
This is, yeah, this is like high school stuff too, though. Oh my goodness. Like, I remember this stuff happening in high school, or even elementary school. There was some of this, but that was just about holding hands. But you know what I mean? Like, this is just the way children think.
No. This woman's a bitch. So my advice for her is stop being a crazy bitch.
Yes. uh, I agree. Agreed.
Also, I don't know if any of the screaming from downstairs it gets picked up, which I think it might on the mic. That's Erica and her friend just having a jolly old fucking time. In which case, I guess they have to scream a bunch.
I haven't heard anything, so hopefully it's not
It
coming
is
through.
it is distracting, is what it is. It's distracting.
I'm sorry. No, I know what that feels like. Okay, I do because I usually have people screeching. They're being very quiet right now, though. I'm a little concerned
Something's
right
on
now.
fire.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure there's 5 things on fire down there. I've been up here more than 5 minutes. Okay. I found some posts about like weird situations people had. I can't remember. I just took the screenshots here, and I'm trying to remember what the subreddit was, but it was basically a post asking people like, have you ever been in a situation where like it was really surreal and like you thought the person wasn't there, kind of things.
Wait, what?
Like, I will read the stories,
I mean, not like
and you'll get what I'm talking
okay,
about.
yeah, because like
Yeah.
that specific situation, no, unless I was super fucking high, in which case
See.
that was just being fucking high as fuck, and you're like, oh, took too many fucking mushrooms or whatever, and you just
Yeah.
wait that out. You just gotta wait it out and go, don't cry. They'll know.
Yeah.
They'll know you're
Or
freaking
like
out.
a good example that everybody would know is the lady on the plane. That motherfucker's not real, that
Oh,
lady.
that no, good God,
You
no,
know?
no, and I still don't know what that was about. I think the original one was dead.
She said she had like a nervous breakdown or something.
Okay, but I have nervous breakdowns all the time, and all I ever do is quit the fucking podcast for 4 months.
She's also a marketing executive and built an online following and went on the Alex Stein's show and a bunch of stuff right after. So like she's making money on, like it was faked.
There's a
It
good
was,
chance.
she did that on purpose because it was just kind of like something people were talking about. Like, it was right around the time where there was this TikTok video going viral where there were these people at a public pool, and you know how lifeguards have to like scan the water in sections,
They're supposed to, yeah.
right? She was like videoing the lifeguards doing that, and like, these people are not real. These are robots. They're replacing people with robots. Like,
Wait,
look at these
she
people.
had previously done that?
Not her. I'm saying this
Oh,
was around that time
I didn't see
when
that.
those kinds of videos kept popping up on my Twitter feed. So I think that she was just doing a little marketing stunt and made herself an e-celebrity based off of it.
Well,
She's
and
still doing stuff.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about her ever since then. You know who I'm actually proud of? I have never fucking listened to anything she ever did. I've actually never even seen the full video. I don't think just the little clip. That Hawk Tua bitch. She's doing pretty
Oh,
well. She went on Bill Maher's fucking show where he tries to sleep with young women.
yeah.
Um, yeah, no, she's doing pretty good. So good for her.
She's got her own
I've also
podcast.
heard that she was in the IDF, and that her Mossad father wiped all of that from the internet. So I don't know how true that is.
I don't know if that would be true or not. I think that she is a faker because I did listen to one episode of her podcast. I think there's only a couple. And one of the prudest girls. Like, if you said like a anything to her, like, okay, she can make vulgar jokes if a boy tried to kiss her, she would go, ew, cuties. That's the impression I get from that woman. Like, she's very shy and awkward, I think.
Well,
It's interesting.
she was also fucking wasted in that video. So
Yeah. So she's just
so what
being
you're
a
saying?
dumb drunk girl.
So what you're saying is, if I want to fuck that girl, I need to get her real drunk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Par for the course,
what I'm saying
bro.
is,
Dude.
I think that if they're trying to get a new Call Her Daddy going, it's not going to work out so well because she's just got a couple vulgar jokes because she's a hick.
I never listened to fucking Call Her Daddy either. I don't even know who's on that. I just know that it's some bitch podcast.
Yeah. It's a bitch podcast. It's not good. It's very bad.
Well, that fucking sucks. Like, you know what else is a fucking bitch podcast? But I guess I don't know. Do they still do Guys We Fucked? It had fucking Kim Congdon on it. She's actually funny. But
I remember that one.
Yeah, it's Kim
seems
Congdon,
like
right? Yeah,
they
Kim
should have
Congdon.
gone with a more literal interpretation
Oh,
of the
no.
title and just had the guys on.
It wasn't Kim Congdon. It was Corinne Fisher, who seems like a
Oh, I
real
don't know.
bitch, and Christina Hutchinson. Why was maybe Kim Congdon was just on the one episode that Ellis did. I don't know. Dude, women are not funny, and they need to stop trying to be funny. That's just the truth. So if you're a woman out
No.
there and you think I'm going to start a podcast, instead, why don't you look in the mirror, take a cold hard look at your titties, and see that's what God gave you. He didn't give you a sense of humor. He
He did
gave
not. He did not.
Okay, this is actually why you've made a couple good
All
jokes.
I have is a sense of humor, okay? Oh my God.
My
The
math-
unfunniness is stored in the boobs.
Yes, I think it might be
The
it.
lack of humor is stored in the.
That's why that's why they call it lactose and lactating. That's all you're funny coming out of your tits, ladies. All right, you got big tits, you're not funny. God gave you other gifts. You got
You're
tiny
right.
little fucking tits. Then yeah, you probably got a little sense of humor. You better.
I mean, the real like legitimate interpretation of that is we had to compensate with other things. Those of us.
No, but you're still a woman. Being a woman, life is on fucking easy mode. All right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it is.
We're not getting no. This is such a basic talking point that is just like an opinion.
Yeah, 'cause women are known for being
100% subjective, and in order to
All right,
believe it
you're a
as a
genius,
man,
huh?
you have to have absolutely zero theory of mind for women.
I just
You're
have.
completely incapable of putting yourself in our shoes in any single way.
What is that? What is that movie where Jack Nicholson says he's asked, "How can you write women so well?" And he says something. He's like, "I take a male character and I take away all logic and reason."
God.
And I just listen, ladies. You're just not funny. You didn't have to be funny. Life's on fucking easy mode for you because, listen, even if you're a fat, tubby piece of shit, you could still date an NBA player.
I don't want to. Why would I want to date an NBA player?
So you admit you're a fat, tubby piece of shit, then?
No.
Okay. Well, see, there you go. You
That's-
just got
I'm not-
logic.
okay,
You got
look,
guy
yeah, okay,
logic.
yes.
You got logic.
You know,
logic
I
trap.
am a fat tubby piece of shit.
got-
And that's why I'm starving myself
You
to
got
death. Actually.
logic. You fucking hit with that, and not funny. Now you're on the back heel. You don't even know what to do. All right, and I'm gonna let you.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you go. I'm not gonna stab you in the heart with my wit.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Do you want to talk about the Halloween episode before we get into this? Actually,
Yeah,
are
sure.
we going to do that?
No, probably not. I mean, probably not. It's up to you. We can. I doubt it, but that's up to you. I'm just thinking about stabbing you now at this point.
I know. Okay, we're.
I'm just
moving on.
all about that. I'm about
It's-
stabbing
it's
you. Twisted.
Possible that we will do an on-camera in costume Halloween stream, and I probably Batman. I don't know. I've got this leather mask here, but I think it might be too weird.
Okay, also specify what kind of leather mask, because people
Oh.
are going to speculate.
um.
People will speculate a lot about what you just said, bud.
Well, honestly, if they saw it, it would be worse. It's pretty bad. But no, it's like a hunting, like windbreaker thing. It's like it's a way to put a windbreaker on your face. It's a hunting mask.
It's
It's
a goddamn.
green.
It looks like a Slipknot mask. It's a hunting mask.
Yeah.
We've all seen them, but you can't go around telling people that you have leather masks at your house. You get that?
It's fair.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, that's
That's it. What? That's the one way maybe life as woman is a little harder. Is you can't tell people you have leather masks at your home. Like if I did that, people would go, "Okay, kills people." With you, they're like, "Oh, fucking she gets pooped on." You're implicating your husband in scatological
yeah.
leather play.
Okay, no, it's a hunting thing that doesn't get used in anything at all. But if it was, it would be hunting.
Hunting for poop.
Oh no, not the poop hunters. Oh, God. Okay, randomly met some rich dude in a Vegas casino who brought my whole group up to his top floor penthouse suite
Nice.
that the Bellagio comped him after he
Nice.
gifted us each $1,000 for him winning one of those spin the wheel games.
Wait, hold on. What floor of the Bellagio and when was this? And was his name Stephen Paddock? Because that's the fucking issue, right? Oh no, that was
Yeah.
Mandalay Bay. Never mind. Sorry.
It's a different
damn it.
hotel.
Damn it. Damn it.
If only.
Damn it.
He's been comped. That was so cute when his brother's just like comped. Like,
Oh, and that guy that the FBI later busted for child pornography somehow?
oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah. Well.
Well, I don't know. Did they put it on his computer or not? Kind of weird. You know, was it Ryan Ruth, whatever, the guy over in Florida who tried to shoot at Trump?
Oh.
His son talked to the media. Then, oh, wow, his son. Oh, child porn. Why is that? Now, maybe it's because they find him because they're looking into all of these people after these big events. Or maybe
they found a good person that they like to discredit later, you know? Like,
Either-
because you're, yeah.
I mean, maybe that's what happened. Or they're like looking into him and then they're like, oh, they were also up to some shady, fucked up shit. Who knows? Is it innocent? Is it not? I don't know. All I'm saying is if the government wants to put shit on your computer and it's connected to the fucking internet, I'm pretty sure they could do it.
Yeah.
So if
I mean,
you're,
they have back doors into everything. Like, put it on your phone.
that's all well known.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The whole thing is a little suspicious, but it's not that part of the show today.
No, it's not. Anyhow, dude was doing magic tricks to impress everyone when I started to think,
Damn.
is this dude the devil?
No, this guy is awesome.
And immediately after the moment I had that thought, rich dude turns toward me mid-trick, stares right in my eyes and says, "This is such a good trick, you might think I'm the devil."
Nice.
I wrapped my party up right there and left. I even considered heading back home to California.
Oh, you are such a... What was he on when that happened? I mean, they're clearly
It doesn't
coked out.
say.
He's on drugs. That's a weird drug thing to think. You're not magic, all right? Like...
No, he's not magic. He thinks that the devil is magic.
I don't think that rich guy's the devil. I think that rich guy was just a really cool dude who gave everybody... If I was in that party, I would have been pissed. I'd be like, this guy's giving us $1,000 and Coke, and he's letting us bowl in his fucking suite and showing his sweet magic tricks. I am going to drink at least this entire bottle of Hennessy before I leave. You can go home, Todd. You go back to California.
Feel like you're gonna get possessed by a demon in that situation. Like, you're just like, oh, the devil is fantastic and wonderful and I love him. This is great. And there's nothing to see here.
I don't think that the devil does card tricks.
You don't think that, really? He
No.
plays a fiddle. He doesn't do card tricks. Seriously?
He might know a few, you're right. Yeah.
I think he does. I bet he's got one of those quarters. Except
He
it's a
probably
real
does.
quarter.
He might eat quarters. And this is a real quarter. This is a totally normal quarter. And that deck
Apparently, by the way,
that deck of
I
cards
heard
I
later.
have is also a totally normal deck of cards. Please ignore what they say. That Magician's Marked Cards is a reputable brand of cards.
Yeah, of course. It's just the brand name.
Yeah.
I did hear, by the way, so we had Roscoe on, and you showed, I don't think it was on air at all. I think it was later.
No.
You showed Chad pull a magic trick, right?
Yeah.
Apparently he went right downstairs to Roscoe's
Please
fiance
tell
and
me
was
he
like,
got out and start
I
writing quarters. Oh,
no,
okay.
no. This is good. This is good news for you. He goes, I think that guy was a magician.
That rules. I
Yeah.
that,
She told me that later. Yeah.
that's great. Man, if I could fucking, I'll bet it wouldn't show up on screen. It's so thin, but I need to get the wax. I could start levitating cards, and other objects.
So
But
you gotta have it all
yeah,
right
but
by your.
that takes a little setup. I don't know how to do that. You know what I really need is that little paper that bursts into flames. I don't even know how that works. Just just those all the
I don't
time.
know.
I
That would
should
be
do those
cool.
at the end of sales presentations at work. I'll just
You know, my dad used to do a magic trick every New Year's where he would chase me around throwing black cats at me as hard as he could.
that is not a magic trick.
Or not the
That's
black cats. Not the black cats. The oh yes, he did that too. That was a different. I was really
that's just
upset because
funny.
okay, the little popper things he would throw at me like every year, but one year, so my stepmom had left, and I was really depressed, and he was trying to get me to think about something else. So I'm like sitting outside on the bench listening to my MP3 player, my headphones, and suddenly there's a black cat in my lap. And he's like, hey, to get my attention.
Hey,
He just kept throwing them at me. He just kept doing it.
that's also still not a magic trick. That's just funny.
No, he said it was a magic trick. That's the he would always say before he threw the popper thing. You know what I mean? The ones you throw against the
Yeah,
ground and it just pops, like with the gun, whatever's in it.
yeah,
Yeah,
the little ghosts. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
yeah. He would call that a magic trick all the time, and that's why it reminded you of it. He'd be like, "Hey, I'm gonna do a magic trick," and then just chase me around the driveway. Like
Damn, we got to get this dude on the fucking show.
he would be great. He's probably got some Slipknot masks of his own.
That would be
Honestly.
great. I think him and I would be best friends. We could wear our sleeveless denim jackets and everything.
Yeah, he's got one. Not me, but my mom. Friend of hers convinced my mom to go with her to some dating convention, mid late 90s ish. Like a speed dating event thing, singles mingle event kind of thing at a convention center. As soon as my mom walked in the door, everything felt off. Like everyone there participating, not the people running the thing, but the people
Is this
participating.
the same
were-
person?
This is a different person,
Okay.
but on the same topic. We're all in a stupor or pacified somehow. The quote, people, end quote, running the thing, mom got freaked out by. Very pushy for participation, like they wanted as many people to mate as possible.
At the dating convention?
They wanted as many people to mate as possible.
I don't know. They probably wanted to have a successful event because I'll bet after
No.
they do that, they sell fucking packages of like date packages of like, oh, and you could go on a nice little dinner.
Oh, yeah.
And then all of that. It's timeshares for pussy is what it is.
I mean, probably, but also just this person's mom went there and was like, these people are extraterrestrials doing some sort of weird breeding program.
Wait. And that woman was single? No.
Uh, I mean, this is the sort of thing I would assume, and I'm not
I've
single,
never-
so
Okay, I've also you've never been to a speed dating thing, right? I never have,
That's
but
true.
like, I don't know. When I was single, I always thought the speed dating thing seemed fun, like even just for a laugh. It seems neat.
I would love that. I mean, like if there was something like that for like friends, I would still do it just for fun. Like and just meet a bunch of people. I mean, obviously I can't.
Why
do
don't
it
people?
for
I'm
me.
sure people do that. Why is that not
There's
a thing?
gotta be
I
a
would do
thing.
that. You just meet. Well, the problem is, I think it's a little weird in general. But if you're just doing that with friends, you're not really looking for much compatibility besides like, you like football? Yeah, kinda. Sweet. I mean, I'm more of a Madden guy. Yeah, I'm into video games. You bet. Yeah. I fucking lost 3 straight parlays. Cool. All right. Yeah, you're a cool guy. I don't think it really
Yeah.
worked for men very well because it would just be a
You don't
bunch
think
of
so?
guys who also like beer. We have nothing else in
guys-
common.
You guys just don't talk to each other the same way that we do. I
That's
guess.
not true. That's not true. I'll have deep conversations with some of my friends. I mean,
did
I
say it's-
hate it.
only shallow stuff. It's just it is different. Like you guys care about different things at the initial making friends
Oh
point.
yeah. Do you like that same thing? Me too. Do you want to
Yeah.
fucking watch that same thing? Sweet. Like,
Yeah.
that's
I
all
think
it
it would be a
is.
little different for women. Yeah.
You
For
like
women, we
beer?
would have to start with like, I really love those boots. Those are so cute. Where did you get them? That's you know, like stuff like that. That would probably
I
work a little.
I start guy
But
conversations like that all the fucking time. I compliment a
yeah,
man's outfit. If a man looks
that's
good,
good.
he doesn't normally get enough compliments. I fucking tell guys that they fucking have great outfits all the time. People tell me all the time, I love your shirts. But the Hawaiian
Hmm.
shirts, people love them. Now, I wish they'd compliment, my big fat gut that I've cultivated, but
Yes, it's
be a
very
little gay.
impressive. Very sizable. Very rotund.
I'm the fucking Buddha, bro.
Mm. Have you ever been tested for that? Or no, that's the
tested for
Dalai Lama.
tested
Sorry.
tested for Buddha.
Maybe you're the Buddha. I don't
Well, I
know.
think the Dalai Lama is like the Buddha, right?
I don't even understand what the difference is. I thought it was like the same thing. I don't know. But like the Dalai Lama that has like all these little like toys and things placed on a blanket and they have to pick one or something like that.
Yeah, he's the reincarnation of the Buddha of compassion. Some bullshit that
There you go. You could be the Buddha.
I don't think that I'm the Dalai Lama, bro. I am a form of Buddha. I'm the Buddha of fucking chaos. Dude, please put that in my intro from now on. The
Okay,
Buddha
fine.
of
The Buddha of
chaos.
chaos.
The
I don't have
Buddha
anything
of
to write on.
chaos.
Just
Oh,
remember it. Someone remind me later.
Write that shit down. No, it's the name of
Fine.
the fucking episode. Write that shit down. The Kanye of comedy, the world's only comedian, the Buddha of chaos.
Oh gosh. Okay, let me find a pen.
Damn. It's good. That rules. The Buddha of chaos.
I know this is loud, everybody. I'm sorry. I have to write this down for him.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna freak out
Buddha
otherwise.
of chaos. Okay.
The Buddha of chaos, the winner of the wheel.
Oh no. Okay, I'll write. Master of the wheel.
Master of the wheel. The wheel master.
Okay, nobody's gonna understand this, but we're gonna do it from
They
now
know.
on.
They know that we've got some wheel. Occasionally we
so.
wheel it up.
Wasn't it so great that Roscoe was like, "Where's the wheel? Like, I love the wheel." I was so happy. I was like, "Oh my god, I thought you would not want the wheel. This is not what I was expecting.
Well,
Someone likes the wheel."
he asked if there was a physical. He was like, "It'd be great if there was a physical wheel." And then that's when I whip out my wheel.
Yeah. He thought there was not a. He thought we were just pretending or
Oh, no.
something, right?
There's
like
no
what?
pretend.
What else could it be?
There's a wheel with outdated things on it that needs to be
Dude,
updated.
I hadn't even considered that actually. If he thought there was no physical wheel, does that mean he thought we were just pretending there was a
100%.
wheel?
Oh, 100%.
That we're just like shouting and cheering while the wheel spins, but there's no wheel.
Is there any doubt in your mind that that's something we would do?
No, that's definitely something we would do.
It's pretty on brand.
Newcomers, we've been doing this a couple years now. 2 years ago, Bryden and I were trolling our Twitter friends by pretending to hate each other and constantly going at each other's throats and like really being mean to each other on Twitter for like months and months and months. And this
People blocked me.
dude, half of my actual friends on Twitter have blocked you over it, and I up until you deleted your Twitter, I would regularly get DMs like, "Man, can you believe this Bryden guy is such a piece of shit? I could see why you hate him." And it's like my pinned tweet is the episode, whatever. Okay, but anyway, so this culminated in us making a podcast just as a bit, as a joke on our Twitter mutuals. Like, why are we still doing it 2 years later? Like, this was a joke. And then we just never stopped. But that's the lore of the show. If newcomers were unaware, this was not supposed to happen for 2 years. This was like a month joke. This was a prank. This show is a prank. Like,
And 2 years later, about the same viewership. So
it's not even even a good joke either. It's like we're just terrorized people and confused them, and we're mean to people too. Because like when someone defended you, I would attack them, or when someone defended me, you would really go after them. Like it's not even good natured in any single
No,
way.
it's not great. You know what is great? The hard monsters. I don't like Monster energy drinks, but the Beast Unleashed hard monster 6% mean green.
Do they taste nothing like a monster? Or do
They
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 taste
they
like it at all?
no, they taste like a monster without like all the bad. They taste more like a Red Bullized version of Monster.
Mm.
That's actually, now that I think about it, the best way to describe it and probably why I like it. Because I like
Huh.
Red Bull. I'll
I,
just drink a Red Bull. But
I don't like Red Bull, but I prefer Monster, so that's funny. But it's not actually funny.
yeah, you're
Where was
so
I in the
funny.
story?
Well, we know why you're funny.
Yeah. Mom has always sworn she has some ESP abilities, and she said she could feel herself protected from whatever
Cool.
pacification tactic, quote, they were using. Even her friend acted odd once stepping through the doors. Mom mentally was like, nuh-uh, not gonna be pacified. Nice try, though, and could tell that the staff running it could sense this resistance and were pissed about it.
And her
Mom didn't
friend
stay long.
and Mom's friend went on to meet a nice guy. They are married and retired in Malibu.
Yeah, that man, joke's on her, that man is secretly a reptilian who married her for the sole purpose of creating human reptilian hybrid children.
Do they do that? I don't think that they do that. I think they only breed with their
The
own.
the reptilians don't, but there's other ones that do. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's other races. I don't think the reptilians are really as interested in the hybrids.
No, because I don't know if it's ever been clear. I think that they run the farm that farms souls in pain. But yeah,
Mhm.
I it sounds like Mom wants to be single forever.
Yeah,
Maybe just
that's
that
not.
crowd. Maybe she just had anxiety, and that crowd and the pressure wasn't for her. But yeah, I don't know. I think that it would be an awkward
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah,
Like you're
it would
just
be kind of awkward. Like, okay, so I'm picturing. So if you were to do a speed dating thing, like how I've seen it done in like
TV
media,
shows.
like
Yeah,
TV shows and stuff, it's been in a nice setting where it
it's
kind of
quiet.
feels like a dinner. It's kind of the lights are dimmed. So maybe it was in like a brightly fluorescently lit convention center, and she just walked in and was like, "This is weird."
It
Like,
absolutely was in a big, brightly lit. Because I'll bet that's how they really are. It's not like a
I bet.
nice. It's not like they're not like, oh yeah, please rent out our cafe all fucking afternoon. Totally destroy our fucking coffee sales or whatever. And you can do it in your fun little sitcom way where you have a bunch of bad ones, and then eventually you're like, hey, I also like the Smiths or what the fuck ever. It's probably
Yeah.
not cute. It's probably a pretty weird, desperate scenario to be in.
Yeah.
The whole place has to reek of desperation. It's
It's got
probably not
to.
great.
You're just making me want to see one more.
I
Like,
know.
do you think like, could I like film an event? Is that a thing? Like, I
I
could be like, oh, I'm promoting the things you do. Like, I'll come in with a camera.
I'll bet if you had like a decent camera, you could probably talk to one of these things and we could make a little documentary about it, which would be fucking amazing.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of work and money. I'll bet the only way that we could do it, GoPro in there. Well, do the little glasses with the camera in it, and just
Okay.
go through it. And then that's hurtful and terrible because that's just a bunch of men that
That's,
you
I don't
don't
want to
need to
be
be.
secret. Yeah, because then I'm just like, because that's gonna definitely, like, if I'm looking at a man who is just
Just trying to be a
total
nice guy.
like goober and
Yeah.
he's sweet, but like, no, people will just make fun of him. I think that's a totally different vibe than like, yeah, filming outside of it,
I'm sure
like
that
not
people.
in.
I'm sure that people have already made documentaries about speed
I'm
dating,
sure.
and that we can just go and watch one of those.
I'm sure, but I don't know. I just kind of want to feel the vibe. I want to walk in like this lady's mom did
I
and find the aliens.
I'm thinking that it's just kind of desperate, and it's just like that's
Yeah.
probably for the most part, like most things, for
It's
the
probably
most part,
really
good
awkward.
people, and they're awkward, and they're like, well, my husband died, and here I am, like it's like there's a sadness probably to it. Uh,
Yeah.
it's probably not as
This
cool as you'd think, that vibe. I bet it's pretty sad.
yeah, it's probably really icky. All right. Well,
Like, dude, Zoe Deschanel is not showing up to the speed dating.
no, probably not. That's the other thing. Oh
They're
my
gonna be
goodness. Yeah, it's
uggos,
probably just
bro.
a bunch of weird fat people and like old men and stuff.
Yeah, and God bless him for it. All right, I mean, listen, not everybody can be fucking Bradley Cooper and shit. All right, God bless him for it. They're probably just in a tough spot and they're lonely. So that's the smell in the air is lonely, lonely and awkward. And hey, if you're
Yeah.
lonely and awkward, try speed dating. There's nothing wrong with it. I know that I'm just bashing it for the past, but please
Well, there's no
do it.
risk.
Report back and tell us what it's like, because I had always seen that and I was like, I want to do the speed dating because it would be because
Yeah.
I had only seen it in movies and shit, and I'm like, I'm just gonna be cracking jokes for a minute straight to
And
try
some
to
uh, you gotta reel someone in, right? I feel like the way to do it would not be to sit there and be like, well, I really like Harry Potter. Do you like Harry Potter? Like you gotta throw some bait out, like see how they react to something that's not surface level because you don't have much time.
hey,
Like
guess
there's
what?
no way you're gonna find out if you're compatible by going, I like Buffy. I like Buffy too. Angel or Spike. You know what I mean? Like that's not gonna happen.
I just sit him down and go, guess what my favorite race is?
You'll never guess, but try. Try. Like
It's
do
just
not let it go until they get.
it's just an Asian lady, and I'm like, come on. I'm gonna mark you down as a compatible, okay? If that's a hint.
Oh no. Okay, so that's not what I meant at all whatsoever. You're just creeping people out.
I know. I went one way with it. Boom. Then I
Yeah.
went the other because I thought it was funnier that way.
You're comedic genius is what you are.
Thank you for admitting it.
So you've never had a time like this, an experience like this?
No, I've had like tons of weird fucking times, but like where I thought like the whole time was bad, and I'm like, nah, this is not a room I want to be in. But I've never thought that they were all aliens or anything. But yeah, I've definitely been in rooms where I'm like, this is not the place for me. Something fucking
Yeah,
strange. Like
me too.
this is not a place for me. Something weird's going down here. Uh, yeah, like you can like Erica and I talk about this. The first year we went to EDC, I wanted to see Charlotte DeWitt, and I did get to see a little bit of it, but this was on Saturday night. It's like the peak of whenever people buy like one night passes or what, and it was probably like 11 o'clock at night or something. Wherever at real big stage, Neon Garden, and the whole thing was off. It was like it just felt a little
Yeah.
methy and dangerous, and it was like, this isn't fun. Like, let's just leave, because there's an energy in the air of like
Yeah. No, the meth
discomfort.
vibe is super or meth, crack, whatever. Vibe is crazy. Like that's the few like gatherings of my family that have happened. Usually it's because someone died. You
Sure.
know, we tend to throw parties for those.
Well,
Like
that's what you do.
like that's just kind of the tradition. Anyway, so you walk in, and now that I've been like away from those people for so long, I walk in and I get this weird, surreal, like these people are aliens vibe from some of the people
Yeah.
because you'll just see some freaking crackhead tweaking out in the corner, or like the dude just that showed up. Like, yeah, he used to be a family friend when I was a kid, but like he's just been the homeless man of the small town for the past 15 years.
Right.
He's just the homeless man who lives in the tent. Why is he here?
Well,
Like,
he knew your garbage family. I mean, that's why he knew
yeah.
your terrible white trash family. But
Yeah.
yeah,
We let him
that's
in. We gave him food. I don't know.
that might have
It's
been
fine.
a big reason he was there. But yeah,
Yep.
that's. I mean, I don't know if you show up and like the feeling isn't right, then yeah, I could get that. But I don't immediately jump to, well, they must be aliens. It's not. That's just uncomfortable. Trust your gut on all of that. It's got all of those sensors that your brain has in it or whatever. What are they
It's
called?
just
Neurons? Uh,
yeah. Yes.
Neuroreceptors? Is that it? What do they got? This is the whole thing. Your
Uh,
gut is just as important as your heart and your fucking brain is. They all make
yeah.
decisions for you. I don't care what
Well,
science says.
the thing is that the way this works is that your brain is interpreting things on a level that you're not like consciously directing, right? So when you see something out of the corner of your eye that's not there, it's because your brain is like interpreting visual input and
Yeah.
showing it to you, and it's not like actual reality, right? Your brain is just constantly taking in all of these things, so you're picking up on things happening all around you,
Hmm.
sounds and smells and vibes that you're just not paying much attention to. That's what your gut feeling is, and it's correct. Your brain is trying to keep you safe. What are you doing?
I'm calling it on the show because I got to piss so bad that I have to
Okay.
stand up.
Thank you, everyone, for listening, and have a great week, secure in the
Listen
knowledge
to
that
listen. Hey, listen to the Patreon, dumbasses. There we go. Now
we are
go
with you.
ahead.
Patreon.com/here to help podcast. We are with you, and we are the only ones you can trust are not secretly aliens or Satan in disguise.
I might be one of those.